All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Saturday. Welcome to the weekend. And I'm excited for today's topic. We haven't talked enough about The Clash, I think. I feel like this is a good opportunity to do that. Got my Radio Clash shirt on. We got that famous poster behind me. And really, we should just start off by saying I think it's probably safe to say that either you like The Clash or you don't, right? There aren't very many casual Clash fans, right? I just don't think that's the case. But, in theory, I guess I was one of those for a brief time. But I think now, at this point in time, you'd be hard-pressed to find a casual one who says, I like that one song. I mean, maybe there's someone out there who just likes Rock the Casbah, right? And that's it. I'm going back. I mean, I could do a whole thing on The Clash, and some of you would be really happy about that. But we're going to try to sprinkle that out throughout the year as far as releases are concerned. My focus today is on the year 1981. What a year this was for The Clash. Now, like I said, I was kind of a casual fan, if you would call it that. But I didn't hear a Clash song until I heard the video or saw the video on MTV. When I got MTV in 1982, the very first Clash I ever was exposed to was Rock the Casbah. I mean, that was the video, right? And so I loved all their, the stuff that they were wearing, and I loved the song. And I loved their, just loved everything about them, but I didn't know about their music. I mean, I knew that they had some kind of history, but I didn't know what it was. And I wasn't really listening to classic rock radio in this college town. And that's the only Clash I heard for a few years probably. And then when I moved to Connecticut, it was all classic rock, and so we were listening to WAQY, CCC, all those ones, HCN, and they were playing, they'd play a rock block of The Clash, right? And so you'd hear London Calling would be the one, Clamp Down. I mean, you'd hear the same Clash song. So I grew up pretty much knowing, 4 Clash songs that were fine. I mean, I thought they were good. Like, I didn't own any Clash cassettes other than Combat Rock, but I liked those songs, but I didn't go deep into listening to them. And one of my favorite songs was Straight to Hell from Combat Rock. So I did have a affinity there, but I just didn't know about a lot of their other music until a whole lot later. I mean, we're talking a lot later. So I didn't get into The Clash, into this stuff, until the early 90s, when, I don't know, I must have been at Music Outlet and had heard of one of these songs that we're going to talk about, and then they finally put out a compilation of 2 CD set, and I started listening, and I was like, holy cow, they have so much good stuff, way more stuff, and different style than what I had expected, because their reggae type music in there is just goes on and on and on, and so many good choices. So I'm a late Clash fan to the scene, really, if you really want to think about that. So 1981, 2 songs come out, and again, I don't know about them till the early 90s. The first is The Magnificent Seven. This is an awesome song. I love this song so much. Released in April of 81. This song is the 3rd single off of Sandinista, and they said it was totally inspired by rap music, very early rap, if you think what was going on then. The Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash. Mick Jones goes into a record store in New York City, and they're selling that music, and he goes crazy for it. And then they record this record in 1980 in Electric Ladyland in New York City. And think about that. Mick Jones, later of Big Audio Dynamite, makes perfect sense, his obsession with rap, right? This song did not chart in the United States. And so maybe that's why I never heard it. I don't know, but it was huge on college radio. But this song, I just love this song. It's so good. Anyway, that's your first one, The Magnificent Seven. When I first heard it, I was like, I can't believe I've been missing all this whole time. The second one, along the same lines, is just random song released by them in November of the same year, 1981. It wasn't on any albums. They just put out a single, and it's called This Is Radio Clash. It came out on a 7-inch, a 12-inch, and a cassette with some other songs. And this is just along the same lines as Magnificent Seven as far as style. It's just great. It's just another great song if you like this kind of music. The interesting part of this story is because the single had an A-side called This Is Radio Clash. And the opening line is, "This is Radio Clash on pirate satellite, orbiting your living room, cashing in the Bill of Rights." That's how it starts out, right? Then you flip over to the B-side, and there's another song on there, and it's just called Radio Clash. Same length as the A-side. And that one starts off as "resuming all transmissions." Get it? You flipped over the record. "Beaming from the mountains to you using oral ammunition." Something like that. It rhymes better or sounds better when they actually sing it than when I try to talk through it. But they said it was intended for you to flip over and play and have it be one song, one long song. The problem is the record companies screwed up, and when they when it finally did come out on some compilations, it came out on Black Market, Super Black Market Clash and Essential Clash. Some of the pressings had This Is Radio Clash labeled as Radio Clash, or the other way around. They had Radio Clash listed as This Is Radio Clash, and so people were confused because there were different versions that were put out there. So you will hear two different versions if you go to listen for it. So that's kind of interesting out there. But again, it charted in the UK. I don't know if it charted in the United States, but it was just a standalone single, nothing. And this is a great song. It should have been on a record. I don't know. We should have had more out there. So The Clash is what we're talking about today. We're at 7 minutes. I mean, these two songs just totally changed my life when it came to The Clash, and I went back to listen to all their old stuff, and I just love this music. So if you don't know these two songs, there's some other good stuff like it out there. We'll talk about those another day, but your assignment, should you choose to accept it today, is to listen to the Magnificent Seven, and This Is Radio Clash. Even when you say it, it goes to the beat. Anyway, love these songs. I know some of you will be happy with today's song of the day. Enjoy your Saturday, whatever you're doing this weekend. Have a good one, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.